And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, let's get this.
Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And able to complete it to Moreau.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down.
Set. 30 base. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Come. Five.
They'll run on 1st down. Hewitt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Parker. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hit it. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On first down, Hewitt. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side complete. That's Parker. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Vikings on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Set. 70, Indy. Hey, watch your leg. Hey, alert 3. Snap.
And Diggs has it. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is here and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, and it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Tyler Lockett, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head to the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, to check in on the Broncos. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get out to the Bay Area, see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Oakland. And that matchup all even in their battle with the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-2. Touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punt...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, it's Gore. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down now, it's Jordan, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run on first down. Gore. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards there and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.